Hello, Crunch community. We are going to be reacting to the showcase of Metaphor ReFantazio, the official gameplay overview showcase, 25 minutes long. So I'm really excited for this. I'm a huge fan of Atlus games. I still haven't played Persona 3 Reload. Don't get mad at me. I have. It's gonna come out. I'm gonna come out and try it out, but you know. Bob, have you know anything of Atlus games, Persona games?
Not Atlus Persona. I remember there's gonna be some Atlus games for like the Game Boy Advance, but that's about it.
Oh, they had that for the Game Boy Advance.
Wasn't like Disgaea and other strategic
Disgaea?
RPG games by Atlus?
Sega. I'm not sure if that's Atlus. Let me see. The developer is Nippon Ichi.
What? I could swear there was strategy RPG games by Atlus.
Now Persona and I'm trying to figure out anything else. They have some dungeon crawlers. They're like Persona Q and stuff like that.
Is it this that Atlus?
Yeah, that Atlus right there.
Yeah.
But have you heard anything about this game? This game, I realized that no, you haven't, and I don't blame you. I totally forgot this game was coming out, but I think this was last announced at the Game Awards, so I'm really excited to go into it. Are you ready, Bob?
I am ready.
All right. You really need to get Persona. I know you're a huge Kingdom Hearts fan, huge Final Fantasy fan. I recommend getting into it. It's probably maybe one of the best anime.
If it's comparable to those, then I would look forward to getting into
people across 9 endless years.
A land grotesque.
You were already saying this like Persona 6, so I'm all up for it.
Let us speak of the old vulture's last grasp at power. The tournament for the throne.
So, summing up, our first trial is to slay a monster.
Sounds like we've lost a few candidates already too. Poor bastards went after something too nasty for
Definitely
their
looks like Persona.
A land full of feral humans, with people either running or going mad.
What do we believe in, really?
Enemy attack!
Hitting us while we're asleep is dirty fighting!
See, this is odd because I thought this was gonna be turn-based.
You're in this race to become king, are you?
Not exactly.
I treat all tribes equally.
Each ally of a different tribe.
Damn.
Fear and anxiety. They always lead the people astray.
This place, it isn't a utopia.
The I guess the interface, whatever the menu, looked really nice.
I will not let you die in vain.
He'll be sending all traitors to the gallows. Not just us, but any innocent folks he doesn't find use for.
It is a new dawn, and its light shines upon Lord Luis's king.
The race's outcome is beyond your meddling now.
I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good.
Knowing all this, I shall claim the ideals you abandoned and finish it in your stead.
That looks a little like Hitterfield from Hunter x Hunter. Or that one guy from Berserk. October 11th. Long way from now.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I played. But yeah, like you said, very Kingdom Heartsy. Got a giant bug. Slimy yet satisfying. Z-Box.
Hello everyone, I'm Katsura Hashino, the director of this title. For those that may not know me, I've worked on titles such as Shin Megami Tensei 3, Persona 3, Persona 4, and Persona 5, among others. Our program today is about Atlus's upcoming RPG, Metaphor, to share the latest information with you.
That might be the one you're talking about, Shin Megami
As we
Tensei.
announced in the trailer earlier, the release date is confirmed. The entire team is grateful for the positive feedback we've received since the announcement. But for some of you, perhaps this is the first time you're seeing Metaphor. This work is being brought to you by not only the Persona team, but in collaboration with renowned artists to create a brand new RPG. With this team, we decided to challenge the fantasy genre, aiming to create a game we can call a culmination of our RPGs. Our hope is that not only Atlus fans, but those who have never played our games, and RPG fans around the world will give this game a shot.
Damn, they just look at you,
Today,
Bob.
we'd like to spend some time introducing the gameplay experience of Metaphor, as I talk over while playing the game.
He's like, we heard Bob
Please
has
check
never
out the
played any of our
Atlus
games.
YouTube channel for more information that will come further down the line. We'd love your support. Please subscribe. Before I start playing, let me introduce the premise of the story. In this game, you'll be forging bonds to support your claim for the throne, but it's the unique take on this that we hope puts a spin on the classic tale. In a kingdom thrown into chaos by the king's assassination, a royal magic is triggered that establishes an election. This magic allows any individual of any social status to become the next king by gaining the people's support, which sets a battle for the throne in motion. The protagonist gets involved, and the journey will take him around the world. It's a journey that I hope you enjoy, as it's unique
That's
to
how we
this
should
game.
do it in the next election, man.
You'll meet various allies of different tribes, rivals who stand by their own ideologies, and terrifying monsters called humans will stand in your way. The story's brimming with fateful encounters like this. Above all else, a game offers a different experience than
They
a
really
movie or
don't make
novel.
the bonds
So to prevent this from becoming just a vehicle for our tale,
really strong.
we've gone to great lengths to flesh out the experience into an exciting, fully fleshed game. There's lots to be excited about, so I hope you'll stay with us till the end. Let's get started, shall we? The title's logo design is based on the concept of a city's main street. It conveys our hope that players will enjoy a journey through a world full of diverse tribes. If you don't mind, let's start at the beginning.
That's how it opens? That's sick as fuck. They always
What
got
makes
some
Metaphor
movie type
different
shit. They
from
always,
other fantasy RPGs
they always be a
is
little
the
extra.
perspective of their world in which our world is their fantasy. After players enter their name, they must answer the questions. Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a powerless creation? The game questions the power of fantasy, a power we all possess. I hope the game helps you arrive to your own conclusions.
Yeah, they always ask you a deep meaning question in every single game.
Our protagonist's
But does it
journey
make
and
a
goal is
difference?
to save the prince who has been cursed.
I
This is a scene from the
guess they hope
beginning
to
of the
change
game.
your answer.
What differentiates this from
They will
previous
remember this.
Atlus RPGs
So they
is
they
that
do
we've
ask you
added a more
beforehand, like,
dynamic sense of action.
all these
The
games are a work
turn-based
of
battles
fiction,
are still
and
central to the
if
combat,
it's based on
but
anybody,
we've
that's
incorporated real-time
purely
attacking and
coincidental.
dodging
You agree with
elements,
this fact?
as well as
Like,
dashing
you
around
say
and analyzing to keep
no,
things
like, it
exciting.
won't let you play.
At the
like,
beginning of the game, the protagonist isn't strong yet,
Watch out!
so the difficulty of the battles is intentionally pretty high in this area. We wanted players to get a sense of both tension and accomplishment. I might die if I risk fighting right now, so I'll explore cautiously during this segment. That said, there are multiple difficulty levels and convenience factors to make things easier, so we hope anyone who wants to play can enjoy it.
I can at least cast my usual spell for you.
In this scene, our fairy companion casts a musical spell. The music you hear in-game is in the protagonist's head.
What? Okay.
The composer behind the music is Shoji Meguro. People probably know him from the Persona series, but I've asked him not to be constrained by his trademark pop style and to take on the challenge of creating a totally new sound to fit this game's world. We hope you'll look forward to hearing it. This is a particularly large area in the game, and you can see hordes of enemies ahead. One exciting aspect of this game is that you can decide which enemies to fight and how to deal with them. But I'll explain more about battles later.
Okay.
First, let's take a walk around a city. This is the first stop on our journey, the Royal Capital Grand Trad. The background art was designed by Koda Kazuma, a guest artist we're thrilled to work with.
It's pretty cool that a lot of
the
people
dynamic architecture comes to life with a unique sense of realism and medieval painting like shaders.
Like, I think the
hope
next
you enjoy
Pokemon
taking
game,
it in.
Arceus is supposed to be.
Here we
like
are at the city entrance, and you probably noticed
What'd
the
you call
massive
this,
armored
Eaglet?
vehicle. The protagonist will ride around in this to travel the world. The original designs of these vehicles were created by Ikuto Yamashita. I'll get into the journey aspect in a little bit, so let's walk around the city a bit more. Using magic, you can ride around on your sword to get from one place to another quickly.
I like that.
I wouldn't define this game as being open world, but we took care to flesh out even the distant backgrounds so you can feel the unique atmosphere of every location.
Okay. That's fine. Like, overworld.
Now we're heading toward an
Not every
alley.
game needs to have overworld.
The atmosphere changes a lot from the main
Sometimes they
street.
feel empty as shit.
This is where executions happen. That's not something you see very often in modern-day stories. You'll also note some people cowering in the streets, because this world has a prevalent gap between rich and poor. As for our protagonist, he's a boy from an inferior tribe, abhorred by others. Despite his social standing, he's going to participate in the royal tournament. You'll find many problems in each town you visit, and of course people will need your help. His interactions affect his popularity in the race. Let's check out the town map. You can see where you're currently located, and then instantly move anywhere you've previously visited. This should help make the journey more comfortable. Let's zoom out to the map of the entire kingdom. This is the royal capital where we are now. In this world, the areas between cities are dangerous areas referred to as wastelands, which makes travel difficult, unlike our world today. As the story progresses, your main hub moves from city to city. And with that, let's take a look at a new city. This is Martira, a town we're unveiling for the first time. It's a pastoral town, quite a contrast from the capital. It may be normal in other fantasy RPGs, but through these acts of traveling and staying at new places, I hope you get a true sense of being on a journey, which is a difficult thing to convey in modern-day stories. By incorporating a unique sense of daily life into traveling, we've made taking a trip feel as real as possible in this game. You'll encounter all sorts of things on the road, so please look forward to how the story unfolds. Let's drop in at the recruitment center in this city. Here you take requests to fight dangerous monsters.
Monster hunting.
These threats to the city are called bounties. Bounties give you some nice rewards, which hopefully encourages you to challenge them. And that's really just one of many challenging aspects the game has to offer. This is the weapons shop. Each city you stay in has various facilities, and in this game, your choice of equipment is especially important.
Bosses.
Yeah.
In Metaphor, we wanted to give you the freedom to customize your party your own way. So we hope you'll even find some joy in making preparations to explore dungeons in your own style.
Dungeons.
Let's enter the tavern. I see an informant here. Informants offer hints about dungeons and battle strategies. Even collecting information like this is something we put a lot of thought into making enjoyable. The back of the tavern is actually an inn. Visiting a new town and staying at a new inn, that's half the fun of traveling, isn't it?
Hell yeah.
There's so much to do in these cities and towns that I can't cover it all, so stay tuned for further announcements.
I like sleeping in
Moving
RPGs. I wish they would do that more often. Like certain games now have like a campfire. I think that's really cool. Like setting up
Let's
your own
hop
like
into
little
the Gauntlet
campfire.
Runner and head to the battlefield.
But like I wish I was more like outside of cities and not all the time.
The Gauntlet Runner
Like,
is a
just being
vehicle
able
that
to
can
sleep
travel
in
safely
different
across
inns.
wastelands. A mobile base, if
That's
you will,
nice.
with
Yeah.
movement and mechanisms that allows it to run on magic. So our protagonist and many others travel in their Gauntlet Runners to gather popularity. Let's go ahead and board. This is the Gauntlet Runner's War Room. If you access the round table here, all your allies gather back from town, and a map of your journey opens. Most RPGs don't have a time limit on the adventure, but Metaphor revolves around the concept of dates and time. For
Days
people
and
today,
times.
travel often has a fixed itinerary, such as 3 days and 2 nights. So in this game, we've captured the travel experience with predetermined lengths of activities and structure. But within that, what you do, where you go, is up to each player who can choose to do things differently.
Wait, are
You're
they saying
free to
travel
spend your
time actually
as you
takes days
please.
off?
Here we have the list of
It
quests
reminds
I've
me of Fire
accepted.
Emblem a little bit.
That's
You have a
interesting.
set time frame to complete the main story objective at each location you visit. But these side quests play an important role in the story too.
They got me
Some
sold.
require fighting strong enemies, while others may offer rare equipment. The order in which you take on these quests will have a great impact on how difficult the battles feel. So which challenges you take on first will play a big factor in your experience. Now let's pick a destination and head out.
Just skipping all the text.
Okay, we have departed. In most games, you arrive at your destination instantly, but here you're inside the runner, heading toward it. Imagine, for example, living in a camper with your travel companions. Cooking, conversing, camping, and more.
I like that.
We want you to have a realistic traveling experience, so we designed the game to reflect that.
Put a toilet in there,
This
a
is
washroom,
the kitchen.
pantry.
You can cook the ingredients you've gathered with your friends to make valuable items.
That's cool.
In the back is the common room. Looks like nobody's here right now, but your allies will often visit you to spend time with them. There is also a collection of books for you to read. Or if you'd rather not do anything, you can sleep here.
Gotta
As
sleep
you
in that
can
little
see,
tiny
we have
ass space.
Japanese-style capsule-shaped beds.
The capsule-shaped beds.
The Gauntlet Runner's interior is quite spacious and even has its own engine room.
I always want to sleep
Here's a
in one of
washing
those
machine.
Japanese.
Yeah,
You'll
on
find
the-
cleaning
a
supplies
coffin.
too.
No.
I hope you're excited to learn more about how
It's in
they
the
play
hallway.
into things.
They put like a TV in there as well, like
You're
on
not
the wall.
limited to
where you
staying
put
inside the Gauntlet Runner.
little
If you
headphone
climb
put-
up the ladder to the deck, you can see it moving through this massive world. You can even see monsters soaring overhead. The Gauntlet Runner has so much to do as you head to your next stop that it's impossible to tell you it all here. So please stay tuned.
Wow.
Once you've prepared in the runner or a city, you'll arrive in a dungeon. Here's an introduction to the combat system, which is critical to making progress.
Dungeons and combat.
This is the entrance to a certain dungeon.
Damn, I got some gameplay.
Let's check
yet.
the main
Shit.
menu before we head in. Here we have features like items, skills, and equipment. You can see that the UI has always been one of our strong suits. It's something that we were very particular about. You often spend a lot of time navigating menus in RPGs, so we wanted to give players a beautiful interface to enjoy a stronger sense of immersion. Let's check out the party customization screen. The key to strengthening a party in Metaphor lies in the job system, and the growth of these jobs is critical to advancing through the game. In Metaphor, the power of these jobs is called archetypes. Archetypes are a very important element to this game, which I'll give you a few more details on. By confronting their anxiety, the protagonists acquire these archetypes, a special power. Think of them as heroic figures everyone possesses. Their powers manifest in various forms throughout the game. Examples of some archetypes that show up early in the game include the Seeker, who is an all-rounder in battle, the Mage, who strikes weaknesses with offensive magic, and the Thief, who can plunder resources. But the key point of the system here is that the character can undergo a transformation, taking on the appearance of various heroic figures and then use their skills to fight. Let's enter the dungeon and take a look at what kind of combat is possible.
New skills?
Once you enter the dungeon, use your fairy companion's power to analyze your surroundings.
Like how they added like a little small animal.
This will give you a sort of ranking of nearby enemies. And by that, I mean how strong they are. As you can see, many enemies are glowing blue, which indicates a lower rank. In other words, weaker enemies. I know what the animal is, but one of the things we kept in mind during development was our goal to make the game as fast-paced and exhilarating as possible. Tedious and slow-paced enemy encounters can ruin a game's rhythm, especially if you know you can win against weaker enemies. Now, you'll notice we have a large monster ahead. More dangerous enemies give off a yellow glow.
Oh, I didn't know.
If the analysis indicates they're formidable, you should approach cautiously.
Someone in the comments said that
pressing the squad button will call your party members to your side,
Xbox trailer censor,
transitioning us smoothly into a turn-based battle.
Japanese trailer.
If you initiate a squad battle before the enemy notices you, you earn a bonus first strike, just like this. Even for battles that require a squad approach to defeat them with skills, the action portion before it is designed to provide a tactical element, with mechanics that can lead to both advantages and disadvantages. The squad option allows you to engage and enjoy tense, tactical battles without even drawing close, and using a variety of skills and strategic actions. The party customization is highly flexible and strategic, so we encourage you to create your own unique and powerful party.
Holy shit, man.
We have just annihilated the enemies. As you can see, you can earn bonus rewards by defeating all enemies without taking any damage.
I know, I was going to say the epic walk.
We implemented this feature to provide a sense of accomplishment in party customization, so I suggest you try it out.
Well, they just bid
so that's the exhilarating action elements and the strategic nature of the turn-based battles. It's a battle system with two aspects to enjoy, so we hope you have fun when the game comes out. Next, I'd like to touch on the volume of dungeons. As you progress through the story, you'll come across main dungeons, which you'll tackle as part of the main story, and side dungeons, which you can explore as part of quests. Both types will, of course, plunge you into battle. In terms of the number of dungeons to challenge, it's more than any previous title of ours. Furthermore, the dungeon mechanics we've designed were created to avoid impacting the balance and pacing, reducing anything that may bore you. The battle system in these dungeons is one of our strongest selling points, so we hope you enjoy it.
Dungeons.
As we created the game, one area we focused on was how spending time on the road impacted the growth of your party members.
I wonder why
one of the systems that symbolize this
nowadays,
is the follower system.
Characters have like split eye colors.
The protagonist will meet and befriend various people over his journey. As he continues to deepen these bonds, these followers will become his strongest supporters.
I think in the
seeing their way of life through these interactions, the protagonist senses the heroic image within them, giving him access to new archetypes in battle that awaken within him. It's up to the player to decide which followers to prioritize interacting with. Finding strategies to gain advantage, both in dungeons and outside of them, is a unique aspect of this game. We hope you enjoy them. There's more to share about archetypes, but we'll save that for future announcements. I'll just say for now that there's a significant number of them in the game. Furthermore,
You know, this is
other
a
party
big ass
members can
game
also
when
equip any
it's
type of
25
archetype,
minutes.
giving
And
you
they're like,
countless options
yeah,
in
we don't got
forming
enough
your
time to
party.
say this part or this
Take
part.
a look. I'll show you on screen. Here's a party consisting only of brawlers. Unique parties like this are fully possible, so we hope you get creative with it. Metaphor has been created with the goal of fusing the idea of a journey with interpersonal interactions, party growth, combat, and a taste of the storyline we've described today into a single game experience. So when the game releases, we hope you'll experience these aspects to the fullest. What did you think? That was only scratching the surface of the journey and the basics of the game system. There's so much more we can't wait to share. Metaphor is a massive game filled with interesting and unique elements.
We're already to the end.
As for the narrative, I only touched on the beginning of the story.
It was enjoyable.
But the
That's
surprising
why.
twists and turns we're known for await you. I hope you're looking forward to hearing more about the story and characters that make this game truly special. In addition, starting in June, we're hoping to give you hands-on demos in various events around the world. The entire development team is working hard to get the game ready for release, so please stay tuned.
Atlus
I
always
should
be
also
giving
mention
out
we're opening pre-orders today, so don't miss out.
Show me the collector's
In
edition.
addition to the standard edition, Metaphor is also available in a special physical collector's edition.
Yep.
This year marks 35 years since Atlus released its first game, and Metaphor serves as the 35th anniversary commemoration title for the Atlus brand. It's a celebration title, and we're very excited to get this game into your hands. So we hope you
Now,
check it
what's the
out when
price
it
of it?
launches.
What's the price?
Before I sign off, I have a short video we prepared for those of you who stuck with us to the end. This is a scene from the Gauntlet Runner, which I spoke about earlier. Please look forward to the all-new RPG from Atlus, Metaphor. Thank you very much for your time today.
Hey there. Yep.
This is what they want to show us. And we take it back. His agility increased by 2.
Washed off all that heavy dirt. That was it.
Was I supposed to get a reference from that? I don't understand. Can someone in the comments let us know what that was referencing towards? I don't understand.
Fan service.
I guess it was just like, hey, check out this guy in the dub.
Yeah, taking a bath.
Dub. Oh, no one
my
says anything on it. But all right, well, shit. It looks like it's only an Xbox exclusive, though.
Yeah, that's what I was noticing. I was like,
okay, no. Metaphor ReFantazio will be on PS4, PS5, PC, and Xbox Series XS on October 11th. So, okay,
yes, the PS4 still lives.
So you still, yeah, I'm surprised. Like when I go over the games that are coming out, I'm really surprised that like their systems that are still being supported for PS4 and Xbox One. I guess it makes sense because they're not technically dead. You know, not everyone could get the newest system. Yeah, like
Yes.
even then it took me a while to get the PS5. And then like an even longer while to get like, you know, the Xbox Series XS. And I went with like the cheapest option, and that still was like
expensive as poop.
Yep. But overall, like any thoughts, Bob? I know this is your first look into Atlus, new Atlus game.
Yeah, and it kind of like what he said in the beginning. Like it was like a combination of all of the games they had. I was like, okay, that's very interesting to me since I've never played any of the Persona games. And I was like, okay, it looked very not familiar, but yeah, kind of familiar of what I've played before, whether they're Final Fantasies or like Kingdom Hearts. And I was like, okay, everything looks good. I like the 3D and the 2D properties that they have, but that's like a thing that they've had before that I haven't played.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know everything looks like exquisite, and yeah, especially like you mentioned the walk at the end as if they're walking away from an explosion.
Oh man, that was really the whole interface. I know it's called something else. So, what do you call it? The whole main menu. It looks really artistic. It looks very
because it's like a vantage point to where
yeah.
stuff on the sides are closer and the stuff in the middle
Like
is more.
if you, I think it's called user interface. I think that's what it's called, user interface.
Oh, the menus, yeah.
The UI. Like if you look traditionally at Persona 5, like it is so vibrant, it is so colorful, it is so, I think, unique, or like it really sets the theme of the game that you're playing. So like, with this, it definitely looks like you get the splash of red and then the whole anime portrait coming up. Um, I can't wait to see the characters. They didn't really go off on your companions that much. I saw the little, what is that animal called, Bob?
What, the fairy?
No, the mouse, the white mouse.
Well,
thing.
I mean, it looked like a rabbit to me, but like if you're talking about what's been previously done in Final Fantasy, it'd be a carbuncle. Huh?
It's a carbuncle.
Yeah, it's like one of the oldest summons.
Or I think it's called Gerboils.
Wait, has that been previously in other Atlus games? That specific
No, it's just it's a type of animal.
Oh, in real life.
Yeah. Like what is it? What is that animal called?
A chinchilla?
Is it a chinchilla?
I know
a mouse with giant ears. Maybe. It could be a chinchilla.
Chinchillas are known for their fuzzy, like their fur, but their ears aren't very long. But rodents, yeah, wallabies. I don't even know.
Yeah, Alice games always have like an animal companion. In Persona 5 was a talking cat. Persona 4 it was like I think a teddy bear. At Persona 3 it was like a dog.
No. But I love that. I love that in video games when you have, animal companions. So I'm glad that they do that.
So
I would have played it more often.
You look very serious. This
Give
one,
me the animal
companion, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find him.
He's like, I take no bull from nobody. Don't mess with me.
There he is. See, I don't know what type of animal that is. I don't think that's a bunny rabbit. That's a mouse. Yeah, Atlus always also knows how to make great bonds with friendships. It is really good. Like they really know how to like tie a knot around it and conclude that friendship. Because right now I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3, and like it's like the one critique I have of Baldur's Gate 3 is that like every character wants to sleep with you, so everybody is like bisexual. So and there's no like if you don't decide to go into a relationship with them, there's no like friendship great conclusion. There's no like you know what I'm saying? In Persona, there's always like a friendship like ending, So that's what I'm expecting. Like, but I'm really excited for this. The bonds between whoever this cast of characters is. it looks like there might be some management also because they talk about him trying to become king. So I'm looking forward to that, like getting people's votes. Reminds me a little back to, I think I never played it, but I saw my brother played it, and like that one aspect of it seemed very interesting. It was Fable 3. Fable 3, you're a king trying to control your kingdom and stuff like that. So I hope maybe there's gonna be something like that. Combat looked very intriguing. I thought at first it was like a real time combat, but it looks like you just hit enemies while outside, then like you weaken them to go into the turn-based mode. You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
know. Yeah, I mean, it looked kind of Kingdom Hearts-y to where they're there, but yeah, it's difficult because also maybe just for bosses, you go into a certain mode to where you're not moving around. I don't know. Well, I'll have to take a look at it again.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think I have everything. Like, oh fuck! Like, this was a good drop. This is a good drop. I didn't. I really wasn't expecting it to be this. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't expect him to put this much work into it. To be honest with you, I expected like, okay, this isn't Persona. This isn't Shin Megami Tensei. So they're not gonna treat this as big. You know that they're gonna put a little bit of work into it. It's still gonna be fire, but it's not a big game for them. And no, like they are treating it like one of their babies. They're like, hey, yo, this isn't like this is something new, but we still gonna be putting it out. This is still gonna be a big hit.
I like the traveling portion of it.
The traveling portion looks really cool. Oh my god.
It's like Oregon Trail of the future.
I love it. You got like a little kitchen, a little washroom. I can't wait for it, man. As from what I see from Persona, like just the whole event interactions that they have. Because sometimes in Persona, you get like these like characters are like ask you to hang out, and you can say no, but if you say yes, like you actually get to bond with them and build that bond, get like a little funny scene from it. So I really want that.
Yeah,
I'm
and
really
then you
excited
connect with
for
the
it.
characters. So yeah,
Cook, making your own food. You get stay in inns. Like this is gonna be this is gonna be one big one.
Yes.
All right. I think that about does it. You got anything else you want to say, Bob?
That is all. Definitely looking forward to this one.
Yes. Let us know how you felt about Metaphor ReFantazio. I really want to say it right. Metaphor ReFantazio. Let us know how you feel about it down below. Are you going to be picking up this October? I am definitely going to be picking up. This one is a certified bot with the collector's edition. Hopefully, it's not too expensive. You know what? How about we let me see how much that is.
Oh, at the collector's edition.
Yes. let me see how much that is.
Yeah, let's see how much.
I'm assuming 180. 180. It didn't seem like they had a statue in it, so I'm assuming it's going to be 180. Yeah. So it says the standard edition. Oh, not that much. It's like 150.
Yeah,
that is not bad. Not bad at all.
I mean, I probably won't get it, but.
I
mean, okay.
I didn't see your facial reaction. How did Bob look when I said the 150? How'd you look?
It wasn't that bad, but still, like, I'm not a fan of I don't need all that stuff. It's material, but since I'm an artist, the art book that said that would be in there, I would be looking forward to getting that because I just enjoy
base game. The Steelbook, I love Steelbooks. That is the one thing that will always get me.
What do you mean steel?
Always, huh?
Steel books?
Yeah, Steelbooks.
Like
you ever seen a Steelbook?
They're like literally steel.
Like, look, see, this is what I just pulled out of my hat.
It's like metal.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so I always like steelbooks. They look a lot better. This is the steelbook for Spider-Man. This is what I just pulled out. I think.
See, I don't know those things exist. Well, then again,
Really?
I never get like collector's edition or
So
anything.
these sometimes come by themselves, and they're just like $10 or $20 extra. So, but yeah, I have a couple steelbooks that well, not a couple. I always try to get the most. Like I have the Kingdom Hearts 3 steelbook. I have the Personal 5 steelbook. I have the Final Fantasy 15 steelbook. So I have a good amount of steelbooks. And I just like them. They look a lot better. Then you also get the soundtrack, the art book. I'm looking forward to the soundtrack. So
yeah, that sounded like. No, okay, so like it for me, it's rare to like a soundtrack because back in my days, Final Fantasy, they always had a good soundtrack. Chrono Cross, like those don't get old. Like I can listen to Chrono Cross or Chrono Trigger. No, it's Chrono Cross, and be like, oh man, this is a good song, or music score, whatever you want to call it. But and then this sounded really good too. So definitely forward to that.
You also get some pins, a sticker sheet. Oh man, I don't know about the sticker sheet. Like, I love stickers, but man, stickers just like they get worn and torn. Like you gotta put it.
Yeah, you just want to collect them and not use them.
Yeah, you get the map that's made out of cloth.
What? That's cool.
A digital history book of Atlus and all-time best soundtrack from Atlus 2. Oh, that is dope.
Dope.
And you also get some pre-order bonus vouchers, like some extra skins and stuff like that. So, and some extra music in the game. So, I mean, that's dope. That's cool. $150. I think that is a magnificent price. That's a great deal. Bob will be right there waiting in line for me to get that $150 sale.
Yes. I will be next to you and giving you moral support.
Yeah. But of course the game is $70. Jeez, man. How we've come so far from gaming. Come so far.
It used to be $30. Max.
$30. No.
Yes, but now, yes, back in my day, they used to be $30. Throughout all systems. But now they reached $60, and now they're going to $70.
All I remember them as being $60.
Yeah, that's because you were born like yesterday.
But,
oh my gosh! But whatever.
Okay.
Commercials on YouTube.
So I'm gonna go and do the little segue off again. All right, let us know what you feel about Metaphor ReFantazio down below. Let us know if you're picking it up. Let us know if you can get the standard edition or the collector's edition. I think collector's edition is a very good price. Not all of you be buying that because I want to get one. So I don't want to get sold out. I need to buy it. I need to buy that yesterday because some of these get sold out really fast. But all in all, stay crunchy.